Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Johnny V coming at you with another video. And today we're reminded of this weekend being Australia Day weekend, our long weekend here in Australia. Well, actually tomorrow's the official day and everybody bludges on Monday. But that's neither here nor there. PB reminded me yesterday when I was watching his video on the Fun-Ho Holden HG Ute that he redid. And it just reminded me that, yeah, Australia has some pretty cool cars. And I mentioned in a previous video, when was it? A little while ago, can't remember now, I'm going insane, about another video that I was doing a plastic build. And over Christmas, my two young kids, or four of them actually, with the married partners, bought me a really nice model to build. And I figured, being Australia Day, and being an Australian vehicle, I think you guys can just about guess what I'm about to show you. So just hold on, I'll set up the camera for it and we'll crack on. Yes guys, it's another DDA kit. My son and daughter-in-law and daughter and son-in-law and an adopted daughter-in-law that we have, also they chipped in and bought me this model, the 1/24 scale DDA HJ Holden tradie panel van this time, not the Sandman. This one's basically the basic level model of Holden that came out, the trade van. Just to point out a few things though which are inaccurate for the trade van. They didn't have the flutes in the van there. That should be just a solid panel. But that's neither here nor there for me. I can always fill that in if I want to go down that route. It did have the hubcap wheels, it didn't have the mag wheels, and it did come with a roof rack. And this, as being a base entry model for the real car, is why Sandman became so popular, because these were cheap. Sandman came the next one along and they did the surfboards and all those things. The guys did all that fancy paintwork and all the rest of it. But what I am doing with this kit is trying to build a fictional model of my old car detailing business. I actually tow a van around for, but I thought let's just do it as a panel van and remember my old business that way. So I'll open up the kit for you and show you where I'm at, because I've done quite a bit, and we'll crack on. Alright, we've got the instruction book here, as like with all the others, and it gives you a pretty good example. You've got the roof rack there. It comes with the spare wheel and a surfboard. Not that they'll be on my work vehicle. But it did come with an inline 6 and triple carbies, triple Weebers at that, which are the same carburetor system that's in the little LJ and LC Tirana, if you're doing the GDR XU1. So yeah, that was quite neat that they incorporated it in this, which kind of makes sense because my HQ, I basically built a motor very similar to that in my real car. So why wouldn't I do it if I owned a panel van that didn't have a V8 and had a 6-cylinder in it? So anyway, there you go guys, that's basically the gist of it all. But this is where I'm at. I will start with the engine bay. So I've got the engine bay. The engine itself is built. As you can see, they all come in sub-assembly form. So I've got the water tank in there and the batteries installed. All this can get painted out separate. Brake booster and heater fan, and then the little motor itself, little 6-cylinder. I haven't put the carbies on it yet because they are fragile and I don't want to knock them off while I'm doing all the paint work. But when you put this together, that literally just goes in there like so, and then it is screwed in from underneath. And that's what I was saying about these kits being a screw together, glue together. A lot of it is screwed together. And then when you have the chassis pan, this piece here literally goes on there like so. There's 2 little or 4 little locating pins somewhere, and we should get it. There we are. Nope, didn't want to sit. Right, there we go. And that will screw down and it'll be all honky-dory. Alright, this one too will have just a single exhaust. I'm not going down and do a dual like I did on my other one. This one's actually, when I mentioned on the other Holdens, that they didn't do a pumpkin, well, they did it on this one, so it looks quite good. And when you put the axle frame in, it'll hold it and look a little better, and then the last part of the motor goes there with all the other bits and bobs that hold the A-arms on and the rest of the sump. So that's that. Right. Now, the interior, being the interior, is a good, we'll have bucket seats in this one. This piece here I've actually put there myself, and being a work van, what it will be, I'll have a window in here and a stink shield essentially, and a safety shield to stop all my equipment that will be going in the back coming through into the cabin. Sides are already on each side of the van itself, and then you get the cabin piece of this headlining, which goes right there. That sits on there like so. I think that's that one, or is it that one? No, it's definitely that one. And then you get the main van headlining, which goes and falls off and goes there like so. So when you look in the van, you're going to have, if you can see it, guys, down the top there, down the top, yeah, where the little light fittings are, up in there. So you get light coming in the van. And what I plan on doing is I have some diorama accessory stuff. So I've got an air compressor that should fit in there, and a little vacuum cleaner, and a water pressure washer, and just some little crates with chemicals. And that's basically what's going to sit in the back of the van. And that goes on like so. Now, the tricky bit, which I've been really working out with my brain, well, what's left of it, is the tailgate. Now, on the on the model prior doing what I've done, the tailgate's actually molded in as one piece. And so what I've done, I've created some little photo etch hinges, and I've cut the tailgate out. Where did I put the tailgate itself, if I can find it? There we go. And they will go like, oh, it will go there. It will sit there like so, and those hinges will be functional, so the tailgate can open up. That will just fall out now. But what I have done, I actually have hinged the top one with the traditional door style hinge. So instead of it just sort of clipping into the that window space, I can actually clip it. It should go at one more. I have to adjust, sorry guys, I can't get it in camera. I have to adjust that bar there so it will clear the roof, and then once it clears the roof, it should just literally go over the top of it. And oh, hang on, there we are. Boom, got it. So that should sit like that. So, and I'll pop just that guy back in. So that will be there, and then I plan on that opening up like so. And when it's all on the van, if I can get it to roughly go together, clink, clunk, crunch. Now, we see this little cavity here in the real van. This part behind the number plate and underneath there was the cavity area where the spare wheel sat. So what I plan on doing is building that in there and making that all work as well. So for a little bit of more realism on these vans, that's where I'm heading on. And that comes down and she's all shut up. Roof rack I will keep to put on, and I'll do a few different things to go with the van on the roof there. And it has the the bucket seats like we're in the other part of the car. And I've got a little bit to go yet, but for the moment, guys, just thought I'd let you know that Australia Day, beach, fun, barbecues, but you can't do it unless you're driving a Holden panel van. Alrighty. Now, the other project that's been going on, stay with me. Right, you may recall when I was working on the ramp truck, I was building a Falcon, which I did the review on the kit from DDA as well. Well, it's well on its way. My friend Lindley and myself have been building it together. He's doing his version, I'm doing my version, and so far we're up to final paint. So she's in colour now, but it's got to be final coat sealed. I've just got some repair work I've had to do here and there where I've rubbed it out, but it's yellow ochre is the Ford colour, but I've used where are we? PS19 camel yellow from Tamiya, which is very close to the yellow ochre that the Ford colour had. So that's the body part. Now there's the interior and boot and engine bay done. It's not all secured yet, but we're getting there. I'll just pull it apart a little bit and just show you what I have done. We've got the GTHO dash, Falcon Jazz, with the wood grain steering wheel, all the gauge work done, wood grain trim in here, so that's all cool. I'll hold the engine there because that will fall otherwise. I've got the boot bay and the rubber mat body coloured under there. You've got the seat belts there. You've got the gear shift and everything all here. Now I'll pull the engine bay out of there because that's easy to show it that way. And there's the Phase 3 Windsor or Cleveland, whichever it is. But she's all there. It's all nutted out with the shaker. The shaker should come off. And then there's all the wiring done in there, battery leads. Now if you're building this kit, guys, word to the wise, or from the not so wise, we both Lindley and myself, we found that if you build the engine complete first and then try to insert it into the especially between the two strut towers, it doesn't fit. It's too tight. And so what we've both done is, before the engine actually goes in, just to shave, I'll point it out to you. Where's my pointer? Down in here, I'll get you up close enough, just down either side of the manifold, down in those areas there on the shock tower, just take off about 2 mil off each side, and you'll find that the whole motor then just slips straight in, and then it can screw in from the bottom, and there's how it screws in, just there. So just keep that in mind when if you get around to building this model. That we found, both of us found it, so it makes it, two people find the same problem, it's a problem, and then it fits in beautifully. So keep that in mind when you do it, and then we'll pop the shaker back on, and the air cleaner. Going the right way? Nope. There we are. Boom, boom. And So there, and it details up beautiful actually. Like I said, these DDA kits, the thought gone into them, and I know they're based on their die-cast models, already pre-painted or pre-done up and looking good, but the fact that you can now do whatever colour you want your car to be, and in this case yellow ochre, which I kind of like over and above the traditional reds and everything else that most people drive in the Falcon, is worth having a crack at, guys. And that will sit there. The dash will go in nicely when it's ready to go, and the body is nearly done. Boot lid I've already finished. The bonnet I've just about finished. I've only got to do all the decal work, which is the stripes down here and the decals on the boot and the bonnet. Oh, not the boot. I don't think they have it on the boot, but on the bonnet definitely. So the poke and the shaker comes up through it. And there you go. So guys, for Australia Day 2025, this is Johnny V saying, get into it. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Thanks guys. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye now.